Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Tales podcast with your friend Ankita Juneja, back again with another amazing episode for all of you. Before I move forward, I would like to request you, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and be part of this lovely tribe. Your presence means a world to me. Before further ado, let's start today's episode. As I've mentioned in my last episode that we will be talking more about boredom. This is about why we feel bored and what makes us feel bored, along with why we try and escape the reality. Lately I was doing some research on both of this topic and I found something interesting. Also, what I have been seeing in my own life is lately I had this realization even more deeply, the reality of life is boredom. But because we are so used to being busy, doing lot of things, because if you see from the time we start going to school till the time we graduate, there are a lot of activities that is happening because we are always surrounded in a social circle and a group. In school we have lot of students together, there are different activities that is happening, so that keeps us occupied. But later on what happen is, as we move to college, we are associated with different group of people, our friends, and again there is lot of things that happen in our teenage life also. If you see, there is a pattern in our life where lot of things are happening back to back. Like if you're in college, you will see, like, you go to college, you spend time with your friends, you might have relations, even friendship with that matter, and then you have work to do, you have assignments, you have projects to do, so lot of things takes your time. But as you graduate, you will see like there is a shift. Now your life is no more fun as it used to be in school time or college time. Now you are faced with reality. As most of you might have experienced and know that after graduation most of us opt for job. The nature of job is monotonous. We have certain rules to follow, certain routine to follow, we have deadlines. But here there is a lot of pressure that comes when it comes to job or any kind of work, due to which what happen is we are just doing the same thing on a regular basis. At times weekend you might go and meet your friend, but mostly you will see, because of the nature of work, you will start spending slow weekend at times, maybe with your family, especially if you're unmarried. And if you're married, you will see like there are different priorities which you have to prioritize. More or less what you will see is there is less of entertainment, more of monotonous things happening in your life, due to which eventually you will feel like things are making you feel bored. But I have seen the reality of life has always been boring. It's just we are so engaged in that feel good factor and that dopamine release, that we opt for certain things which make us feel good. Like today also there are people who just go and celebrate and do parties and all those things on weekend, that makes them feel good. But I am not saying over here the right or wrong, but the thing is, even after a while you will get done with that life also, and then you will realize you are feeling bored. If you are a conscious soul, you will realize sooner or later that the reality of life is boredom. The sooner you accept that, the better you will start enjoying the mundane things. Maybe the slow weekends will make you feel good, going out in nature will make you feel good, lot of this small ritual by yourself will make you feel good if you are an aware and conscious person. Or else you will just opt for that cheap dopamine which just makes you feel good in that particular moment. But what you need to understand is, this is a long cycle that we are following. To feel good, we had a lot of other things, activities that is happening. But as we age, our body respond differently. We are not as energized and our actions are so different as it used to be when we were in teenage. So what happen is, most of the people feel like they are feeling bad, they are feeling bored, and all those kind of things, just feelings comes in. But the problem is they are so attached to that feeling that they don't let it come and go. They just for instance, if you're feeling not that great, you will just get attached to that you are feeling bored or you are feeling bad, and then you will take actions probably which might not be good for you. It can go either way. But if you choose the next option, you will see that you are not becoming aware, and you will always need something to feel good in that reason. And that's the reason most of the people do certain things to escape the reality. They just go and, engage in maybe foods, drinks, drugs, whatever it is. They just offer certain things because they don't want to be in reality, and they don't want to accept that the reality of life is boredom. But what I have realized is, once you accept this reality, once you let that feeling go, you don't attach to that, feeling of boredom. What you will do is, you will switch your mind from feeling bored, and you will start doing certain things in a mindful way. Maybe you will go and cook a healthy meal for yourself, and that will make you feel good. Maybe you will go and spend time reading a good book, that will make you feel good, because now you are consciously choosing actions and things that makes you feel good rather than choosing it from a compulsive behavior. These are the two major difference that I see in people, because it's easy, like most of the people also go and travel just to escape. They feel like when they go somewhere, when they do certain things, they will feel good. To be honest, over here I have also done, and I have also been in this place. But what I realized is, when certain things you do, and I have done this thing when I was not conscious about certain things, okay, but I later on realized, like, now as I'm becoming more conscious, traveling without purpose, without work, doesn't make me feel good anymore. I don't travel anywhere now until and unless my work is associated with it, until and unless that is needed. There is a time when you go for travel to explore, but I don't travel at all for escapism now, because I realize, like, even when I'm there, I don't feel good, because in back of my mind I have lot of other responsibilities to look for. I have lot of commitments to take care. So I have to be conscious, like, am I choosing something from a place of escapism, or is it coming from a place that is needed? Because when it's needed, you will have a different energy, or else you will, like, I personally feel that my energy doesn't reciprocate anymore for the escapism. I feel like I am not ready to travel if my energy doesn't support. And I have seen this as a big shift in my life, where I used to be a person who used to travel a lot. This year has been a little slow and for me, where I do go and explore now also. But now I feel like being at home and relaxing and taking care of myself, nurturing and pampering myself, make me feel much better rather than going out. I don't even feel like interacting with people for no reason. That has become the current reality of mine, because the nature of my work is about people. I'm in a service industry, so I'm always around people. So these days I have seen, like, me being alone, me being in solitude helps me, and it just gives me that space to recharge myself. So you have to see certain things, what is working for you. And I would just say, like, I was reading about it, and I found, like, this is like an ebb and flow. I am sure we all have experienced the merry-go-round. When certain things, like, this will pass, this will go, because that wheel goes up and it comes down, it goes up and it comes down. What happen is, when it comes down, we feel like, oh my god, you feel stuck at that point of time. If you have been in that ride before, you will know it will again go up. Similarly, the feelings which you are feeling, you should know that it will just go, just like a merry-go-round. It will shift, it will change. But if you don't feel bad and stuck when you're down, then only you will be able to take yourself up again. If you just feel like you are feeling stuck or down, and if you try and escape, you will feel like, okay, even if you have done certain things, even if you have, for instance, gone for a travel, that feeling is gonna be constantly there. The only thing I realize is, start accepting that the reality of life is boring, and now it's up to you, in that boredom, how you find happiness. Because when you accept certain things, when you start maybe just sitting by yourself. At times what I really do is I'm just sitting quietly and looking at candle. Trust me, I just feel wow about that moment also. I don't know how many of you have experienced this thing, but just understand darkness in your room and you're just looking at the candle. And if you are that kind of a soul, a big hug to you, and you can just relate to that feeling, because this feeling is like I cannot express in words. You can just experience this by yourself and just see what a boredom it is, but still it gives you so much of joy. I am seriously full of energy as I'm sharing this experience of mine with you, because that's the reality. I highly recommend you go and try this thing. And if you just vibe with this thing, you will feel and you will just, experience yourself like what I'm talking about. So I highly encourage, if you are someone like me, just do it and let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. If you're not healed, you will see like your mind is wandering in a lot of direction, but be gentle with yourself. It's a process. This is not an overnight thing. It will take a while for you to get used to of all these things, whatever I share in this podcast or videos. But more you heal, the more awakened you are, you will see like life is becoming easy, smooth ride for you. So the purpose of this podcast or me sharing all this is to make your journey easy and beautiful, so that you don't feel alone. I'm always here for you. That's why I share all these things with you, so that you feel like, okay, you have a friend by your side. On a concluding note, I just want to say you one thing. Please don't do anything to escape. Rather, accept the reality. The more acceptance you have, the easier your life will become. And the easier your life will become, your performance will become 100x. And that's what I wish and want for all of you. So start living a conscious life. I'm sure this is a journey. We all are, working towards betterment, and eventually we will become. So just explore and just see what works for you, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about this podcast. I'm looking forward to read and know your experience, so please comment down. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and be part of this lovely tribe. I'm looking forward to connect with all of you in my next episode. Sending you with lots of love and light. Signing off from my side. Until next time, keep shining bright. Bye bye.